Hi, I'm Emma the Collie Crafter and this is Volt, my helper today. I know that you want to get started on your sewing project, so this is a quick video to show you how to thread a sewing machine and a bobbin. So let's get to it so you can get started sewing.
So we're going to start with winding the bobbin first. So you're going to need the bobbin and your thread. I'm using some cross wound thread here and I'm putting it on the side loading threader here. Now there's a little cap that goes on your thread and you can put it on either way. It doesn't really matter. I find that I get less tangles when I use the smaller side, but some people prefer to have the larger side next to your thread. So now we want to thread up the machine. So you want to hook it over that first little hook there, and then the next bit is we wind it around, and this machine has like a little guide on there that shows you what to do. After you've wound it around, now we want to put it through the hole in the bobbin. So carefully get that thread through the hole. There we go. Now grab that thread and pull a little bit through so you've got some to hold on to. And now we're going to put it onto the bobbin winder. And this machine will work to wind the bobbin, but you have to slide it over to the right so that the bobbin winder engages. So now we have that, we want to turn our machine on, hold that thread out of the way, and then we want to push that presser foot down to start the winding. So here the bobbin is winding, and just get rid of that excess thread that was out the way. So wind it all the way up. This particular machine doesn't have a automatic stopper on the bobbin winder, so you'll need to kind of keep an eye on it, and then once it's done just slide it back over to the left to get it out. Okay, now we want to unloop it from the bobbin winding loop and move over to, there's like a little arm there that we want to hook that thread over, and then we're just following the directions on the machine. So now we've got to loop it down this channel there, follow the arrow all the way around and pull it back up to the top, just following the arrows that are on the machine. Make sure that the needle arm is up so you can hook it around there by following that guide up and down, and then pull that thread down to the channel. You might need to kind of keep pulling some thread down so you've got more thread to get around that last hook that's at the bottom there. And then there's a teeny tiny hook that is right by the needle just at the top here. So let's zoom in and take a look. Yeah, right there. Right there. So the easiest way I found is just to kind of hook over the thread like this. So I kind of pull it out and then around, and then we need to get that thread through the eye of the needle. Now I'm using a Singer Heavy Duty 4452 in this video, and it has this handy little threading mechanism here. So there's a little arm that you can pull your thread out to hook over to, and then you want to make sure that hook is through the needle as you run the thread across, because it's going to grab that thread and then pull it through as you retract the little threader there. So there's the loop, now pulling the thread out or through that needle and then pulling it over to one side. Now the bobbin, this is a drop-in bobbin, and I always want to make sure that that thread tail is going to the left, so it looks like a letter P if you're holding it down. So remove the cover for your bobbin, and your bobbin case does have a little directions on there and what way to put the bobbin thread in. So the thread is now facing to the right, and I find that it is easy to put a little bit of pressure on the bobbin because there's a little hook that you have to thread it through. So there you go, you can see it's going in between the bobbin casing there. There's a little catch that it needs to get, and you can just see on the little diagram that is handily there on the bobbin case. So now once you've got that threaded, you need to pull up that bobbin thread so it's not in the way. So here I'm trying to get that thread through that patchwork foot opening. Now I'm holding the thread and then using the hand wheel to turn, and then gently pull up that loop that it has pulled from the bobbin. So pull that up, and now both of those threads are coming up through that needle plate at the top. Yeah, just pull out a little bit more so I've got space to work. Put that bobbin case cover back on and you're done. Learn more about beginner sewing tips in the next video.